Hello, Leos. How you doing? Welcome to your weekly reading, going from the 8th to the 14th of September. Hope you're doing well. Would have went through the lunar eclipse on Sunday. If you haven't seen the eclipse videos that I put out, please do go and see it. It's all about the crown and the root, and through everybody's reading over the last sort of 3 or 4 weeks, the crown and the root has taken the back seat, and it looks like that in the next 2 weeks, I think it will start taking a much more sort of front role in the energies of our energies. But anyway, we'll see. We'll get messages from the energy. We'll also get your chakra sequencing, and we will pull a few cards on it. We did talk about the elements of earth and fire this week here, and I think it's going to go in that sequence there. And you, as the sign, Leo, you are fire and earth. That is your elements mainly within your flower, in your astroflower. And you do have an incredible amount of earth in your flower, and you have a lot of that earth on your financial side. So obviously, on your financial side, this is possibly a good week for you to be getting things sorted in your financial side. So either doing that project, or putting out those job applications, or starting that business, or even taking your existing business or project, whatever it is, in a particular direction and really physically start doing it. It also plays well on your relationship side, and mainly on the karmic path and your interaction with the world around you. So therefore, it's like putting into action a plan with others more than anything else. But I think in the here and now, I think you might well be concentrating a little bit more on your material side of life. Okay. So that's the general astro flower. So let's just see what we can get in the way of messages and chakra sequencing for you. Obviously, this putting into place whatever you want to do in regards to your projects, and even on your relationship side, the energy that's passing through at the moment, the color that's coming off the energy, is to do with communication. So there is not a case of, it's not just a case of action here, it's also a case of communicating your action to the people that are around you, explaining maybe what you're doing, or like we said in the messages from energy, speaking your truth, staying strong, staying true to you, and spitting some truths basically. And this could be just spitting some truths about what what you're doing and why you're doing it. It make it very clear for you, and it also make it clear for other people that are around you, so then people can realize how they can and how they can't help you, rather than just sort of people trying to help you, and not really knowing which sort of direction you're going in. It'll be a lot more productive for you. Okay, so communication, I think, is also a little bit key in that sort of scenario here. Let's just see what we get in the way of messages for you from the energies. So here we go for the general energies here at the moment. Let's just see what we've got here. There seems to be organization, and I think this is the launching. If you're looking at launching a business or launching yourself in your career path, your business, and so forth, and this is where the communication comes into play. I get someone who's like, it's almost as if they've got a map in front of them, down on the table, and they're sort of like directing things. Kind of saying, right, this needs to go over there. This needs to do that. You need to be over there. We need to be doing this. And this could be anything to do as well with, say, like sort of applications, or sorting out, loans for business, or, renting a property, or whatever it is. There seems to be some sort of organization of, okay, let's get that done, right, that's that done, right, okay, according to this is where we should be doing it. I would try and be organized this week, if I was you, being concentrated on getting the little things done. And once you get the little things done, the big things can really take shape. Okay, that's what the general energy, but you are taking command. There is no doubt about it. Here. You're taking command of your own destiny, and really taking it in a very beautiful way, in a matter of fact way. Have a look at the messages from energy. It's exactly in that vein. Okay, so let's just see what's going on the financial side. So here we go, connecting to that 0 point energy, that middle point energy, finding that sort of position between the two worlds, as it were. Let's just see what's going on the financial sort of side. There seems to be investments that you need to make, and these investments could be obviously financial, because that's what it's showing me. But it could also be like investing your time in order to get enough um, sort of education or knowledge about something. So then, therefore, you're prepared in order to. You could be learning, let's say, for example, accountancy. It's not actually showing me accountancy, but it's like it could be, learning to do your accounts a little bit better. So then that helps you feeling a lot more secure about where you're going and so forth. But there seems to be a deal that's being made here between you and the outside world. Either you're investing or you're getting finances to invest and so forth. But you want to be sure about the returns. And this is where the communication comes into play, I think. And I think you need to be very on the case when you're talking to people and opening up about what sort of what sort of deal you're making here, what sort of returns you're getting, and so forth. And that could be also sort of negotiating. That seems to be a bit of thing. A negotiation for your career path, your promotion, or getting an actual job, or starting your business, and so forth. There seems to be a thing where you need to be engaged in the negotiation aspects of it all, and that can be as simply as sort of like you know, uh, when you're applying for a job, just sort of saying, I can't work these days and I can't work this time, because you need time for yourself and you need time to do other projects, maybe, within your own personal life. And just laying that down on the table, I think is a good way of positioning for you. So even in the smallest aspects, it's all part of the negotiation, as it were. But it seems like that you're investing in something. You're investing in your own future. Okay, let's just see what's going on the relationship side here. Really nice energy. And I think because you're getting on, or maybe, you know, invoking the financial side and the material side, seems like on the relationship side that either you're arm in arm with someone, or you're like, how you do, like you put arm in arm on both sides and you've got someone's back and you can lift them up on your back and everything like that, as we do as kids, linking arms. And it seems like that, as if like you've got a situation here, or you're finding someone who's got your back and you've got their back, and it's a real synergy of understanding and power. That's what I'm getting. Where you empower the other person, and because you empower the other person, they empower you. It's a really good sort of scenario going on here, and I think it's because you're preparing for a project. So it could be preparing and moving in together, for example, or preparing to go into a relationship with somebody, just to make sure that they've got your back, and like to also reassure them that you've got their back. Sort of scenario. Whatever it is, it's like you're building something here, the pair of you. And it could be you and, say, like your family. It could be you and your friends. The other person could be your higher self as well, in a way. Whatever it is, there's a real strong connection between you and another person. And it doesn't seem. I don't think it's like a. It's like I don't think it's necessarily a new love. I think it's someone you really know already, or a situation you really know already. Okay, but it is very, very strong. Okay, let's just see what's going on the spiritual side. there's a fine line between being righteous and being egoistic. You know what I mean? It's a very fine line. It's not defined either as a line, and it seems like that you're. It's like when you're sailing or windsurfing. There's a moment where you catch the wind just perfectly, and it's the position of your sails. It's like you're positioning yourselves perfectly to get the wind of the energy, of general energy, of the creator, whatever it is. It's your connection to everything is being really. I like the cut of your jib, and I think you like the cut of your jib, the way in which you're doing things, and it makes you feel a lot more empowered and secure and joyful about what you're doing and where you're going. Absolutely brilliant for you, Leos. Really, really, um, yeah. You feel like you're doing it. You're in line with yourself, which is fantastic at the moment. That's a great way to be. Okay, let's just have a look at the chakra sequencing now for you. Uh, let's reconnect to that energy. Find that point zero. There we go. There. So now we've got the crown and the root. It's still giving that sort of back seat sort of position, um, but it's much more reassuring. I think it's like because you're getting in step with your spirit, your crown and your roots, and then your crown and your root is like your karmic path in a way. This is your raison d'etre, your calling, your ascension moment to living the life that you were set here to live. And it's yeah, it's you're stepping in line with it, and it feels very comfortable. It feels like you've got a lot of confidence in where you're going and what you're doing here. And I would trust the path. I think that's what it's trying to say more than anything else. Trusting the pathway that you are on. Okay, let's see where it moves on to. So it goes into the throat very slightly, but much more into the solar plexus. And I think that's that earthy side of things. Excuse me. But the throat is almost backing up the solar plexus. And the solar plexus is a bit about action, courage, confidence, and so forth. And you are striding forward with a lot of confidence here. And I think it's giving weight and power to the words that you use in a connection with people that are around you in according to what you're doing. And I would sit within that power. Once you've got confidence in the pathway, that's when you can feel that um, within your solar plexus, where you really you've got that confidence building within you, and that allows you then to just free flow on your communication side. And I think it's going to help you enormously. Where's it moving on to now? So it does now go into the third eye in a very concrete way. There's no floweriness about this. There's no frilliness about this. It's real sort of one track thinking. And it's not a bad thing. That can be really bad, obviously. But once you've got the confidence in the pathway that you're leading, and you feel that confidence in your action and what you're doing and the conveying of that action to others around you, it's going to make it crystal clear for you what you should be doing. And there's no choices here, so then there's no doubt. It's just so evident for you to be following. Absolutely beautiful. Really nice third eye, actually. It almost takes the power from the solar plexus as if to sort of say, yes, there you go, there it is, sort of thing, which then encourages that confidence within you. Where does it move on to now? And then it goes back to the crown and root. There's no messing with it this week for you. There really is no messing with it for you this week. Absolutely fantastic. Let me just grab my cards around the corner of this plant. Hello, Mr. Plant. So let's just pull a few cards on that. I did say if anybody wanted some questions asked, if you wanted to ask some questions for this week's reading, I've been very busy this week. I really do apologise. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get all the questions and I'm just going to do it in a separate video that comes out on Saturday during the day. So if you've been asking a question, you'll get it on a Saturday video where I go through all the questions of all the signs. It will be time stamped, so then it'd be easy for you to then check in to see whether you have got your question answered. Okay, let's just see what's going on with you on your financial side. So here's the financial side. Let's see what's going on there. Two of Pentacles. Yeah, I think basically you're seeing what works here. Ultimately, you're getting on. There's less toing and froing here. I think what you're doing here, this person here is actually seizing on one thing here. And also at the same time, it's revealing to her the balance that she has in pushing one thing, then the other, then one thing, then the other. It's a rhythmical fashion about it. And I think that you're sort of starting to understand that what works for you and what doesn't work for you, and what makes you feel good and what makes you feel confident as you move forward. Very good on the financial side here. And it's revealing to you that as well. So as you do it, you gain more confidence and you can even do even more. Let's just see what's going on your relationship side. Temperance. Patience. I guess you could say patience in regards to the fact that you're working on your karmic path and you're connecting with other people. I think here is what you're doing is that you're being patient and giving, you're believing and you're trusting in your connection that you have with someone else. It's allowing you to see how the emotions sit when you start putting plans of action into place with your partner or with people that are around you. And she's got like one foot on the land and one foot on the river, as you can well see here. And this is how sort of like productivity through the earth energy allows you to be in touch with your emotional sort of side of life. And it could well be that you might need to express to your partner, to your family or your friends or the people around you, the confidence you have within them. It helps them to grow as much as for you to grow. So let's just see what's going on with the general energy that's running through you. It wouldn't be eclipse reading this week here without having the Eight of Cups. And yeah, it is the only card where you get the moon here that is eclipsing the sun. And this is you sort of like striding off, going in your direction, being curious about your direction, but knowing, even though the sun is not shining and it's being hidden by the moon, you have confidence in the pathway that you are actually leading. Absolutely fantastic. There you go, Leo. Don't forget about if you have asked a question last week, I will be answering them on the Saturday. So make sure you see that video there, and it will be timestamped and so forth. We will be doing a live this week as well, and I've got another video coming up about the 3-eye Atlas comet that's coming through as well. I think that's coming out on Saturday or Sunday as we put it together. And so there's lots of other different videos on the energy which you'll find on our channel. Thanking you very much for having the confidence to subscribe, like and share. I will see you soon. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.